Hello children, good morning. So today let us start with the class. So today we are going to study drugs and alcohol abuse, prevention and its control. So what is a drug? A drug may be defined as a chemical substance which when taken in some way alters the body functions. So for a benefit of a person normally. So the drug is also known as medicine or a therapeutic agent. So sometimes drug addictive, it can become addictive also. So habit forming substance also. Okay. So if it is taken continuously, it modifies the biological, psychological and social behavior of a person by stimulating, depressing and altering the body functions and mind. Okay children, so today let us study the drug and alcohol abuse. So first category is opioid. These are the drugs which bind to the specific opioid receptor present in the nervous system and gastrointestinal tract. So heroin, commonly known as smack, and chemical name of this is diacetylmorphine. This is one type of opioid drug. It is white in color, it does not have any odor and it is a bitter crystalline compound. It is obtained by acetylation of morphine. It is extracted from the latex of poppy plant and the scientific name of poppy plant is Papaver somniferum. It is nothing children, it is only cuscus plant, that only known as poppy plant. It is generally taken by snorting and by injection. So heroin is depressant, means it slows down the body function. It will make you to feel sleepy. It slows down the body function. Next is cannabinoids. It is a group of chemicals that interact with the cannabinoid receptors of brain. It is obtained from inflorescence of cannabis sativa. Flower top, leaves and resin of cannabis plant are used in various combinations to produce marijuana, hashish, charas and ganja. Generally it is taken by inhalation and oral ingestion. It affects cardiovascular system of our body. Next is cocaine. Cocoa alkaloid or cocaine is obtained from cocoa plant. It is Erythroxylum coca. It interferes with transport of neurotransmitter dopamine. Cocaine is commonly called as coke or crack and is usually snorted. So actually what we eat, cocoa powder and seen in bonvita and other substance, that is also one form of this one only. So what does it do? It stimulates central nervous system and produces a sense of euphoria and increased energy. Okay, that's why you drink this type of drinks, you feel some boosted energy, increased energy. Excessive dosage causes hallucination. Other plants with hallucinogenic properties are Atropa bellatona and Datura plant. So this cannabinoids also being abused by some sports persons. To increase their activity, they take these cannabinoids also sometimes. Okay children, so next type. So the medicinal use of drugs let us study. So barbiturates, amphetamines, benzodiazepines and LSD, these are used as medicines to keep patients to cope with mental illness, depression and insomnia. So morphine is very effective sedative and painkiller and it is used for surgery patients. So plant product with hallucinogenic property are used as folk medicine and religious ceremonies and rituals it is being used. Normally during holy function and all, some type of hallucinogenic drink it is being taken. Next is tobacco. It is smoked, chewed and used as snuff. This tobacco contains nicotine, that is an alkaloid. Nicotine, it stimulates adrenal glands to raise the blood pressure and increased heart rates. Smoking tobacco is associated with cancer of lung, urinary bladder, throat, bronchitis, emphysema. Emphysema also, no, that is related with cigarette smoking. Okay, so then coronary heart disease, gastric ulcer. Smoking increases CO, that is carbon monoxide content of blood, and reduces the oxygen carrying capacity of hemoglobin. Tobacco chewing is associated with cancer of oral cavity. Oral cancer also can be caused, chewing of tobacco. Then next let us come to adolescence and drug alcohol abuse. What is adolescence? It is a period between 12 to 18 years of age, okay, that you call that as adolescence. So adolescent is a bridge linking childhood and adulthood. Actually during this time, so they are more curious and they are having the need for adventure and excitement and experimentation. So because of that, during this time, so the people they tend to take this type of drug and alcohol abuse. So once they become addicted, then they develop physiological and psychological attachment to certain extent to this drug, and they develop euphoria and a temporary feeling of well-being. So that is associated with drug and alcohol. With repeated use of drugs, the tolerance level of the receptor present in our body increases. Consequently, the receptors respond only to higher doses of drugs and alcohol, and leading to greater intake and results in addiction. So that's why you call these substances as habit forming substances. So these drugs normally it has to be taken under the advice of doctors. So we should not take on our own. So addiction and dependence. So uses of drugs even once can be a forerunner to addiction. The dependence, that is the tendency of the body, so it becomes shows some unpleasant withdrawal symptom if regular dose of drugs and alcohol is abruptly discontinued. If you don't take during that particular time, you will feel odd. For example, drinking coffee, tea, also the same way, but it is not that type of addiction, but mild type of addiction. So during that time, sometimes the people they tell, I want tea during this time, otherwise I get headache and all. They tell like that. So that is also one type of mild type of addiction. So withdrawal syndrome is characterized by anxiety, shakiness, nausea, sweating and all they can develop. So let us see what are the effects of drug and alcohol abuse. Intravenous drug user, they are having other side effects also and other infections also they can get. So AIDS, hepatitis infection also they can get. So when the chronic use of drugs and alcohol, it damages the nervous system and even it causes liver cirrhosis, and even alcohol intake it results in fatty liver syndrome. So use of drug and alcohol during pregnancy, it can affect the fetus and the child they can born, they can show various malformities. So now let us see the prevention and control of alcohol and drug abuse among adolescents. So actually, so I already told you, so during this time, so they will be under the in the preference company, they will be in a mood to take this type of drugs and all. So that's why we have to, that adolescent people, they have to avoid the peer pressure, undue peer pressure. You should tell no to the friends. So when they are compelling you to take at least for a try, if they are compelling also, you should try to tell no for them. Then education and counseling, that's why this lesson is being kept for you, at least you will be knowing the problems, that's why. Then seeking the help from parents and peers. So in case if there is emergency, you have to take help from parents and you have to feel free with parents and the peers. You can help if the peers, the friends, they have to be good, then only you can consult them. So otherwise the bad type of friends, the bad company, it will lead to drug addiction once again. So looking for danger signs. In case any type of signs, the people they are not interacting with your friends and they are keeping them alone. So like that, if there are some danger signs with your friends, so you have to intimate teachers or their parents, like that. No, you have to find out and intimate, and you have to protect them. Seeking for professional and medical help. In case finally if you are not able to do anything, the final help is medical help, that is they have to go to the de-addiction center, then automatically they can withdraw from the drug addiction. Okay children, so hope in this lesson you must have understood so various type of drugs, the side effects, okay, and what are the different type of that addiction, it leads to different type of problems, and how you can control and prevent and all you studied children. So this lesson is much important. Okay, so you learn thoroughly, okay, and if there is any doubt you contact me. So now let us see few abbreviations. So there is PMNL, in this chapter we studied, that is polymorphonuclear leukocytes. CMI means cell mediated immunity. ELISA, enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. HLA, human leukocyte antigen. MALT, mucosal associated lymphoid tissue. SID, severe combined immunodeficiency. Then the National AIDS Control Organization, magnetic resonance imaging, computerized tomography. Okay children, these are few abbreviation we studied in the chapter. Sometimes it can be asked in board exams also. Actually this lesson is not only important for board point of view, for your own life also it will be much helpful. So you try to understand the chapter. Thank you children.